Good morning. I'm going to show you how I grow mung bean sprouts in a carton. So I'm just going to use a half-litre carton today. Usually I use litre cartons, so double the size, but today I'm just going to go with a small one. For half a litre, I use just 1/4 cup of dried mung beans. And so if I were going to use a 1 litre carton, I would use half a cup of dried mung beans. Okay, so here we've got 500 millilitres, so half a litre carton and 1/4 cup of dried mung beans. Then we put the mung beans in a jar with lots of fresh water and leave them to soak overnight, or about 8 to 12 hours, something like that. And this is what they turn into. So these have been soaking overnight, and you can see that they've expanded quite a lot. So this was just 1/4 cup of dried mung beans. So now I'm going to transfer these beans into this carton. But first of all, I want to lift the tabs and cut them open. Just lift them and snip them a little bit. Okay, that's just so that they have a little bit of air. So now you could try and put them in like that, but it's a little bit tricky. So what I do, take a plastic water bottle or something like this and just cut it so you end up with a funnel. So I actually prefer this one, it's a little bit bigger, but you could use any water bottle really. Just cut it open, just cut it sort of, halfway or whatever, and so you have a little funnel. So now I'm going to hold the funnel like that, and so you may need a little bit of water to help you. So let's just add some. Okay. So that just makes life a little bit easier. Okay. Put the lid on. And now I'm going to drain off that excess water. So I don't want to lose my beans, so I'm just going to sort of close it a little bit like this and drain it off. So now I'm going to leave that. This is the morning, so I'm going to leave this until this evening, and then this evening I will just take off the lid, fill this carton up with water. I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. You don't have to, but I've noticed that actually they turn out juicier if you let them sit a little bit. So I'm just going to fill this up with water, let it sit 5-10 minutes, and then drain it. So every time you have to drain them, in the first few days, you're going to have to be careful that when you're pouring off the water, you don't pour out the seeds, because they won't have sprouted enough. They won't have sprouted a lot, and so they're likely to fall out. So you can either drain it like that and sort of hold it, or just to make life easier, just open it like that and drain it over a strainer like this. And that's just the easy way. Just drain it and then leave it like that for a little while until it has stopped dripping. And that's it. So how long to leave them in the carton? Well, it really does depend a lot on the temperature. I've noticed that in the summer, they're ready in 4 days. And in the winter, it can take even up to 8 days. So I just go by when the carton is full, when it's packed, then they're ready. Good morning. So today is day 4, and as you can see, the carton is packed. It's packed full of sprouts. It's been really hot here, and I think these were probably ready yesterday, but I just decided to let them go another day, and hopefully they haven't suffered. But anyway, let's open the carton and have a look inside. Oh, it's really packed. Goodness me. So this was just 1/4 cup of mung beans, dried mung beans. Let's see. Wow, that's a lot of beans. Right, let's put them straight into this great big bowl of water. Well, they're not bad. I was a little bit worried I'd left them too long because, you know, once the carton is really packed, you don't want to leave them too long. But look, you can see they're not bad. Actually, they look lovely. So you can see that immediately all of these green hulls are just falling away. Now, usually I would do this in the sink, but I'm just going to show you just briefly what they look like. I will definitely give these another change of water, just to give them another wash, but that's basically it. Okay, I'm back. I rinsed them a couple more times and practically all of the green hulls have come away. I strained them and this is what I was left with, all of this. So that I just poured that off from the water. So in one of the last washes, I added a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just a little bit like that, and just let them sit in the water for a few minutes. You don't have to do this, but I sometimes do, because it seems to give them just an extra, I don't know, like a sort of a disinfectant wash. But if you use vinegar, just make sure that you rinse them again with fresh water. Okay, so now it's time to spin dry them. Let's see if I can do them in one go. Pushing my luck, I think. Do one more go. Beautiful mung bean sprouts. Isn't it amazing how in this for 4 days can turn into all of this magical mung? I think it's a case of buon appetito a me.